Welcome back to a new video. So this was my training session from Thursday where I combined day 3 and 4. This was something that, looking at the beginning of the week, I had planned to do anyway because the second day was just some squats and some pulls, which was going to be really light, and today was just snatches and clean jerks, so it made sense to kind of throw them together. And because I didn't train the day before, because if you didn't see my community post, I had a little back spasm, actually quite a large back spasm because I could hardly move on Wednesday, and it was just in my mid-thoracic and it was just all tightened up. Thankfully, as you see here, it loosened up quite nicely, so I was able to train with the aid of a lot of stretching, about a hot bath, multiple hot showers, and just relaxing. It certainly loosened up a lot, and I would say if it stayed how it was Wednesday, I would have been missing a few days of training, but it got significantly better, and I'm hoping that it continues to get better. It's not anything that's like an injury. If you've ever had a back spasm, it is just it's just like a cramp of a muscle, but it just kind of hangs around and kind of makes it so you can't really move too much. But thankfully, as I was training, I didn't feel anything really at all the whole time in any movement, which was really interesting. But walking around was it caused more discomfort than the actual movement. So the original exercises was 3 sets of snatch plus hang snatch. Well, originally it said hang snatch plus snatch, but I'm not a psychopath, so I changed it was 2 hang snatches plus snatch to a snatch plus 2 hang snatches, which to me makes more logical sense. But it was 3 sets at 80. I bumped up the third one to 90, and you see here I bumped up again to 100 because I was actually feeling good. My back wasn't getting aggravated by anything. And I saw there, I just did a bad rep on the regular snatch, so then I repeated 100 and actually went up to 110. And it's hard to really emphasize like how much discomfort I was in yesterday because my lifting looks really normal, but even now, my mid thoracic, like just straight in the middle of my back, is still pretty tight. So I definitely have some more work to do. Thankfully, there isn't a ton of volume, and even though I've gone a bit heavier on the weightlifting specific movements, I think I've done at least a good enough job at the strength movements and not going too crazy with those. But with clean and jerks, I didn't use wrist wraps, which was nice, and I was trying to emphasize what I did before, where I was trying to just go right into the jerk essentially and not spend a ton of time. I think I cut my dip drive off a little bit here because I was trying to be a little too quick with it. So I need to make sure that I'm trying to be energetic with the jerk and go right into it like I did on this one. This was probably my best jerk, but I need to be doing a good dip drive still and not trying to short dip it because I'm trying to be faster in general. This was 145 and not the best jerk, but I went right into it, which I was happy with, but certainly could have done a better jerk, and I think if I did better ones leading up, then it would have went better. But 145 with how my back was feeling, certainly very happy with that, and nothing became aggravated from that. That's the big positive of the session. Despite everything that I did, nothing really made it worse. It's a little bit tighter now, but I think a lot of that's just because the ibuprofen I took earlier wore off, which would make sense, that along with doing this training. And I actually was interesting doing these pause front squats. They didn't feel very difficult or anything, but this was probably the most challenging mobility wise, because just holding in that front rack is where I really felt my mid back soreness. And I actually think, interestingly enough, this is probably a really good exercise for me to do because it was almost like stretching out that part of my back, which is odd, but it was like feeling really good in that sense. Not really the squat felt fine or whatever, it wasn't really that heavy, but these are originally bottom up front squats, in which of course I'm not a psychopath, so I'm not going to do. But I was really happy after these because they really loosened up my back, so that was really interesting. After these, I had some clean pulls, just 3 sets of 5, and I just started right at 145, which is the weight that was assigned to me, and they were all really easy. After I did the pulls, I did some upper body accessories, did some face pulls, some external rotators with a cable, which those are actually getting stronger, which is really nice because that just means that it's a good exercise for my shoulders in general to do, but it also means that they're getting stronger in that external rotation plane of motion, which will of course I should say of course, but hopefully will help with the overhead position, allowing that to be more stable and to be stronger, which honestly I think it's slowly but surely getting better. And I don't have any shoulder discomfort too, so there is that kind of added benefit to helping with just making the shoulder stronger in general, not just with the lockout. After I did those external rotators, I did some tricep overhead extensions and some biceps, nothing too crazy, just enough to get a little bit of pump. So essentially just a lot of arm stuff. Didn't do any lower body accessory stuff. I might do some of those tomorrow because I'm driving back up home to see other family for the holidays on Saturday. So my training day Friday will be normal, but then Sunday I might actually have a normal training day. We'll see how that looks. Because once I wake up on Sunday, I'll be able to see what my Monday workout looks like, and if Monday is like crazy intense, then I might just skip the Sunday, or I guess Saturday workout that I'll push to Sunday. We'll see how that works. And also I'll be driving back home on Saturday down here where I live, so I don't know if I'll be able to actually train on Saturday, if I want to train, if my back will be tight from 6 plus hours of driving, plus the family that we're visiting is about an hour away from where my parents live. So, sitting in a car for longer, there's a good chance that I won't want to, or it won't be a good thing to do that. The session is really light, but it's one of those things. Am I going to get a benefit from the session if I re-aggravate something, or am I going to get more benefit from just resting? So we'll decide that then, but at least tomorrow will be normal, and I'm caught up for the most part where I need to be. Obviously Saturday, was a wrench in that, but then I think next week is back to normal heavy stuff, or at least, how previous weeks were. But anywho, that's it for this one. I'll talk to you all in the next video, and I hope you all have a great day. Peace.